A quiet morning at the Notre Dame de Science School in Kansas City, Missouri. A well-dressed woman approaches the front door, her face flushed with panic. She tells the nun at the door that her sister, Bobby Greenlease's mother, has just suffered a heart attack. She's come to take the boy to the hospital. Sister Morand, concerned but unaware of the deception, brings the 6-year-old to the entrance. Without hesitation, little Bobby walks toward the woman, taking her hand. It was the last time anyone at the school would see him alive. Bobby Greenlease was the son of Robert Greenlease Sr., a millionaire car dealer from Kansas City. The Greenlease family was well known, wealthy, and now vulnerable. The woman who took Bobby from school wasn't his aunt. Her name was Heady, and she was acting alongside her partner Carl Austin Hall, a former convict and a man desperate for money. After the abduction, Heady and Hall left the school and got into a taxi. Within an hour they were gone. Later that day, when school staff checked on Mrs. Greenlease's condition, they were shocked to hear she was perfectly fine. The panic set in, and by that evening the FBI was involved. The ransom demand came quickly. $600,000 in cash. In today's money, over $6 million. The first letter promised Bobby's safe return, if no tricks were played. But the truth was far worse than the family could imagine. Unbeknownst to them, Bobby had already been killed, shot in the head with a .38 caliber revolver. His small body buried in Heady's backyard in St. Joseph, Missouri. Over the following days, the Greenleases received more letters. Some included personal items, like Bobby's Jerusalem medal. Each letter carried a new lie, stringing the grieving parents along. Finally, on October 5th, the kidnappers claimed they had the money and would return the boy in 24 hours. But of course, they never did. Later that same day, cab driver John Oliver Hager tipped off police after recognizing a suspicious passenger. That night, Carl Hall was arrested at the Townhouse Hotel in St. Louis. He was using a fake name, John James Byrne, but the law had caught up. Heady was found hours later, passed out drunk in an apartment on Arsenal Street. Under interrogation, Hall eventually cracked. He admitted to the kidnapping, and then to the murder. According to his confession, they had driven Bobby to a remote area in Overland Park, Kansas. There, Hall shot the boy, wrapped his body in plastic, and drove it back to Heady's home. They buried him under the backyard trellis and planted flowers on the grave. On October 7, agents found Bobby's body. Forensic teams uncovered blood in Heady's basement, shell casings, and a bullet lodged in the floor mat of her station wagon, all matched to Hall's .38 revolver. The FBI had its killers. The ransom had been paid. But one mystery remained. Where was the money? Carl Hall claimed he had all the money at the time of his arrest, 2 metal suitcases stuffed with cash, but they were never logged into evidence. The arresting officers, Lieutenant Louis Shoulders and Patrolman Elmer Dolan, claimed the suitcases never existed. Later, both officers were indicted and convicted of perjury. Half of the ransom, $300,000, was supposedly into those suitcases. To this day, rumors persist that the money was stolen, possibly by corrupt police. Others speculate Hall stashed it somewhere before the arrest. Either way, someone walked away from this horror richer than they deserved to be. On October 30th, 1953, Carl Hall and Heady pleaded guilty. The jury deliberated for just over an hour. The sentence: death. They were both executed on December 18, 1953 in Missouri's gas chamber. Hall died at 12:12 a.m. Heady followed 20 seconds later. Judge Albert Reeves, who presided over the case, called it the most cold-blooded, brutal murder I have ever tried. Bobby Greenlease's life was cut short by greed, deception, and cold-blooded cruelty. And while justice came swiftly for Hall and Heady, part of this story remains buried, just like Bobby. The money, the motive, the truth. This has been Dark Archives. Subscribe for more stories where the crime is real and the truth is darker than fiction.